Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I do not know if the intro played. I am unaware if it did. Damn, do I turn it off? Okay, let's turn it off. I do not know if the intro played. That was very, very strange. I thought it just wasn't playing for me. It did seem to me it wasn't playing. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm on Rumble. This is the first time I'm on Rumble, baby. And yes, I feel like I've been rumbled. I'm on, of course, my alternative channel, and I am screaming into the void. This is the weird thing. If you're watching this, it's probably on replay, right? Probably on replay because I'm going to put it on my main channel. I got a community strike, which did not please me. let's put it that way. Did not please me, right? And I was not happy about said community strike. It was because I did a video which covered the talk radio segment, discussing if it was appropriate for something that could be considered a children's program to deal with sexual matters. That's. I mean, I heard the argument that the only thing really you're on safe ground with is if you have some very simplistic mummy and daddy hetero stuff. And I know, a lot of people won't like that, but that's what most of the world is. I think less younger than that, it just gets confusing, right? Now, having said that, I kind of disagree with them because I think Doctor Who's for a slightly older crowd, although Jodie has definitely dumbed it down a lot, right? Brought that at that age way down, right? Way down. Where was I going with that? Dumbed it down. Oh man, I've lost it. Totally lost it. Thankfully, nobody's watching. Oh yeah. So they were discussing. Yeah, I'm not sure I really agree with their point. I think it's I think it's fine. Listen, I didn't have any problem with Captain Jack, so I shouldn't have any problem with this. It's just Captain Jack was well written, and this wasn't. There's a good article on, not a good article. There is a surprising article on Screen Rant that asks, asked what happens to Captain Jack? Like, why aren't they using Captain Jack? Right? And I was like, you don't remember? You wrote about it, mate. You were part of the mob. You don't remember when you tried to drive him to suicide for several years and stalked him? You don't remember that? Well, that's weird. So I think we should read the article at some point. I might do it on a live stream, might do it on a video. I'm on Father Miller's channel tomorrow. We are back, Fans in Faith, and we have a lot to talk about. Anyway, so I covered that, and that's why I got this community strike. And it's such BS because I appealed it obviously. And I got the appeal rejected instantly. Like, why? I mean, listen. In their defense, I should say, if having that conversation was hate speech, and I don't believe it is, right? I really don't believe that conversation was hate speech. Like, sometimes abnormal sexual matters are inappropriate to deal with young children. It will confuse them. If your parent want to do that, well, that's fine. That's your choice, right? And I'm sorry that being in a minority makes it abnormal, but that's just a definition of the word. There's no moral judgment. And I mean, look, here's how it's not a problem. My Bible thumping morality is, oh no, and I'm like, mate, like, really, it's got nothing to do with me. And actually, I'll be honest with you, the whole Bible thumping morality isn't exactly what it feels. Hey, Lonnie's here. How you doing, Lonnie? Do you feel like you got a bit of room? That's good. Put your feet up. What was I going to say? So that took me offline for a week, and I was like, oh man. And next one I get is going to be 2 weeks. So I'm trying to build up this channel. And my Rumble channel. Rumble is, listen, if Twitter goes down, I mean, if YouTube goes down and it's only Rumble, I would be freaking excited, very excited. That would make my life awesome, right? If that happened, oh yeah, that would be freaking awesome. I don't know how that's going to happen, but I think crazy things are going to happen. Mr. Jekyll and Hyde is here. How are you doing, sir? Thank you for joining us. I think crazy things are going to happen. I think they're going to happen soon, but I thought that was going to happen soon. I'm about a year out, right? I'm about a year out, but I think it's in this 50-day period that something crazy is going to happen. The 50-day period we're in right now is called Sfirat HaOmer. It's it should be a joyous time, right? And I keep forgetting it's not. It was originally quite a joyous time. It's a time of intense spiritual opportunity, right? It's like whatever you work on spiritually, you do get God doing a lot of the heavy lifting, right? Which, in my case, looks like me being kicked in the balls over and over and over again, right? So I'm like, oh, well, that's fun. But I kind of came through the other side last night. It's weird, but so my computer went down. That was a nightmare. That was an absolute nightmare. Got it back up and running, but I said I had to buy a new computer. Then my YouTube channel went down. That's another nightmare. Fine. So then I finally got okay with spending the money to buy a new computer, and I can't get it. It's like, what? It's not in the country. It's like going to cost me a fortune, and it's going to be 45 days. I'm like, and so I'm like bummed. I am like steamed, and I am bummed. So so I'm like you're not happy about it. And I was like, I know it's this time of year called Sfirat HaOmer, which is designed it's again it's designed to spiritually harden you, which they do in the same way they do in the Book of Doom, for the Salasudas. They beat the shit out of them, or Arrakis. So that's basically what it is. God's been kicking me in the balls a lot, right? Over like kind of relentlessly. And then so I finally got okay with it. I can see some benefits to it now already, right? Because I was like, oh man, I had a lot of shit go down over the last few years, and I basically reached the point where I'm like saying, I'm done. I can't do anymore, man. I cannot do anymore, right? It's quite in here than a Jodie Whittaker great meet and greet. Absolutely. People catch it on the when I put it on my main channel. It's okay. It's like, what can I do? I'm still gonna stream. That's the thing. It's like the reason I'm doing this is more for me, right? More for me than anyone else. I mean, like, and when somebody tells me I can't do something, I kind of want to do it, right? That's pretty much where I am. Like I would want to do it more if I'm prohibited. And also I'm doing like this religious series, which I think the satanic forces in the world are very real again. So we got this thing called Sfirat HaOmer, right, with a spiritually powerful time. So it's the time when like miracles happen. So this was the time when the 1948 War of Independence happened, right? And you know something I would love to do, right? I would love to have a movie studio, but do a epic series of movies. I'll do one movie about the Israel War of Independence. I'd be like the first third would be, or first quarter or third will be about the characters making it to Israel, after the Holocaust, right? Setting up all the characters, right? Second third is like about them planning the war, right? Planning what they're doing. It's like, because there was a lengthy a terrorist period that the Jews were doing to get the British to leave. So I think it's fair to call terrorist period. But then, as they were leaving, they're the people who ended up being the armies for the war, and that we didn't all die was very, very impressive, right? I mean, we did pretty well. We lost Jerusalem, but we did pretty, like, we survived, right? We survived. So yeah, I'd love to do that as a movie, like be like that, and it'd be both ecstatic and tragic. There'll be losses as well. Like there's this kibbutz right outside of Jerusalem. that I've been to a few times, and it famously fell in 1948. Right, these the kibbutzniks there. The kibbutz is like a camp. Kibbutzniks there said we're going to stay, we're going to fight. We believe in God, right? And then didn't work out. They got massacred. They all got massacred this time of year as well. Yeah. But then in 1967, they all came back, which is why the kibbutz is here now. And it's really cool because you go and see this little movie about it, like about history. They have these little movies everywhere in Israel. They're very cool. Everyone has these little movies things you go into before you go on the tour, right? Everything's about touring. I think my local winery now has. They do a good thing with. Listen, come and visit. I'll take you to my local winery. We also got quite a good little bar as well. It does food. It says everything you could possibly want. Anyway. What was I up to? So then I will do another movie, which also happened this time of year, 1967, the 6-Day War, which was incredible in every way. That'll be a huge movie, but have the same characters like 20 years on, right? And again, awesome. The 6-Day War is just a crazy, crazy story, right? And it needs to be told. It needs to be told with a lot of money. With I would say, what's his name? The guy did Dunkirk. What's his name again? Oh man, he'll be awesome, right? Him. And then I want them to do a Raid on Entebbe movie by Zack Snyder, right? That would be awesome. Oh man, can you imagine Zack Snyder? See, I like the zombie thing he did. I thought that was fun. Okay, I thought it was fun. I like Batman versus Superman. The boring one. I like Man of Steel. I loved his Justice League. I think it's freaking awesome. I think it's one of the most definitive superhero movies ever made. I absolutely adore. Speaking of which, I started watching the Batman last night. Oh my God, I got half hour in. What a piece of shit. Oh my God. Oh, if anybody liked that, get in contact, explain it to me. Because, oh God, okay, I didn't mind Jeffrey Rush as Commissioner Gordon, although it was weird. He was sort of walking around going, I'm black. Yeah, it looks weird. Yeah, I'm black. I believe that was the kind of visual information, right? It was like, mate. It's a bit strange. But I was like, he's fine. But the Batman, it's like when South Park did a parody of superhero movies, The Coon, right? He's like, only way. I like they were doing him as I didn't even get past the scenes with him as Batman. Oh yeah, I did when he had all the eye makeup on. He's talking to Alfred. Oh God, that's why I gave up. I'm like, fuck this, mate. No, leave me alone. I like that they were him doing detective work, but I would like it a lot more if there was somebody who wasn't. Robert Pattinson just sucks as the Batman. I'm sorry, he sucks as Bruce Wayne. He sucks as Batman. And like, I'm bored of this dour, dark world. Right, I saw the Christopher Nolan. He's the one I want to do the 6-Day War movie. Oh no, the 48 movie, or both. Have them do both. So I was going to say, Christopher Nolan. That threw me off. Never mind. Yeah, the Batman. Yeah, no, I've seen it, and it's been done much better. Right, this is boring, and it's repetitive, and it's derivative, and it's not very good. And this Batman and Bruce Wayne is all moody. He's like, it's like an irritable little kid. I want to kick him in the balls. God's sake, he's like a stroppy teenager. I'm like, pull yourself together, billionaire. Cunt. Anyway, I digress. Why didn't Gollum Alfred not know the handwriting on the envelope from the? I've only saw the first half hour. I have no idea. I'm not sure I'm even going back. Right? I am not sure I'm even going back. So anyway, yeah. So my point is, we're in this time called Sfirat Omer, which is why I'm doing this religious series. If you're somebody who's okay or believes in God, the idea of this series is it's like a workshop to increase one's connection to God, and it all works, right? It all works, and it works a lot better in this time of year, right? It's like in terms of what's his name was Alfred. He was okay. I prefer the other guy. I prefer Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck and what's his name gave me something I haven't seen before. A comic book accurate Batman. I would like to see that, right? Let's see a bit of comic book accurate Batman. Why not? It was very good. I liked him being comic book accurate Batman. He doesn't want to do it anymore. John Hamm will do it. He's fine. He'll take it. He would love that, John Hamm. The last Batman movie I saw, says Mr. Jekyll and Hyde, was Batman versus Superman. Not the best. If Batman didn't use kryptonite, Superman would have so won that one. Well, yeah, that was kind of the point. See, Batman uses his intelligence, right? That was basically it. That was based on a comic book called The Dark Knight Returns, and they changed it quite a bit. Well, firstly, Superman is like this government puppet, right? This government stooge working for Reagan in the comic. And he's going to take out Batman, who's come out of retirement, and he's like just causing too much trouble, right? So he's like going through all these different traps he's got set up as coming for him. And one of them is he's got the one-armed Green Arrow. It's really cool. Green Arrow's got one arm. He lost one arm. It was Superman took it off him apparently, hanging upside down on a fire escape. Holding pulling the bowstring of his arrow back with his teeth, right, and about to fire a kryptonite arrow and fires at Bruce Wayne, who catches it, not at Superman, who catches it as he's beating Bruce Wayne as he's pummeling Bruce Wayne, right, and it blows up, and then Bruce Wayne's got this big battle suit, which is kind of like the Batman and Superman one, and it's hooked up to all the power in the city, and he beats Clark Kent, essentially to death, like bam, 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 like literally beats him to death. Until he's within an inch of his life, and then he raises his fist, and you can see his heartbeat, like, and Clark Kent's listening to it, and it's only going, and he has a heart attack, right? And he falls and dies, right? And then it cuts to Bruce Wayne's funeral, right? And Wayne Manor had blown up, and Alfred's dead, died of a stroke at the scene. It's like, and that the funeral's really cool because I think it was Commissioner Gordon. Commissioner Gordon holding back. Who was it? Selena Carr was it? How can I get who's fat and old? It was just awesome. It was really good. But I like having comic book accurate Batman. It's fun. How about that? A fun Batman. Wouldn't that be good? I mean, listen, Suicide Squad, the first one wasn't very good, right? But firstly, you get to see Cara Delevingne, whatever her name is, dancing around, not wearing much clothes. That does offset most of the awful, right? And then, but the first half hour, freaking awesome, absolutely awesome, beyond awesome, right? I do like that one a lot. But especially the Batman scenes in it, which were just fun. Comic book accurate Batman. I liked it. I don't know what the problem is. Fine. Let's get to well, we'll get to the chat, but I've said hello to both of you. So we've got a few things to look at. You know what we're going to do first? I like this kind of more intimate setting. I could just do different stuff. So here, this is something I'll normally do as a video, but we're going to do this as a live stream. I'm doing it right now. Okay, I'm doing it right now. I'm putting this up. Doink. There we go. We're going to do a review. SFX magazine, collectible cover 1 of 3. I think this is 352, right? 352. It came out last week before Passover ended, and just things were too busy with me. Like my just too much going on, right? Like again, computer blowing up, Passover. It's just too much going on. But I am excited for the new series of Stranger Things. I do think it's a bit weird that Billy, whatever her name is, I'm sure they'll talk about that she's in this, is complaining about being sexualized when she was just wearing this dress, at a party with like a boob put out. I like very sexualized dress, and I'm sorry. I like. What do you want me to tell you? Yeah. Look, you're right. Hollywood has basically made a perverts. Strange New Worlds. Oh God, Star Trek goes back once more. Oh, God. Oh, I'm not excited and I'm scared. Doctor Strange, a multiverse calls. Obi-Wan Kenobi, that's going to be shit. World is Stranger Things. Weirdly, I have hope for that. I don't know why. Plus the Batman, piece of shit. Fireside, not bad. 1984, which version? Short Circuit, no. Spider-Man 29, no. Doctor Who's the current one, no. Star Trek Prodigy wasn't bad. I got like 4 or 5 episodes in. Seems Star Trekky. The Innocents don't know what it is. Constantine, love a bit. Oh, he's the black guy now. Right? It's so predictable. It's so predictable. Constantine should not be a black guy. Man who fell to earth, he could be a black guy, but he'd walk around and say, "Hi, I'm a black guy." Aliens. Oh, what's doing with aliens? And The Shining. The Shining girls. Let's see what's going on here. Let's collect all Dover too. Okay. I hope it's not like the girls leading everything again. Yeah, this guy's got quite a heartthrob thing going. He should. I'm surprised he hasn't got himself anything else yet. Big Finish. Will's a Big Finish. Okay, and features. We'll just see. We'll see as we go by. Okay. Oh, I can't read this. It's too bloody small. Hang on. Here's what I'm gonna do. For myself, it's over here, I think. Gotta find the doink. Dun 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 dun. Oh, here we go. So let me open this file. If I open it, I can read it, and then I don't have to. I can read from that. I don't have to like zoom in because I like to see what the rants and raves are. Okay, the rants and raves are good. Okay, the rants and raves interest me. Weirdly enough, and they're checking the file to make sure it's not a bomb. Really? I think it's fine, mate. I think it's fine. Don't need to worry. Oh man, I really wish I got that new Mac. It really sucked. That's the other thing that sucked. I didn't get the new Mac. Although again, here's the weird thing. When I became okay with it, then things just started getting better. The thing started working better. Oh man, okay, this is too zoomed in. Doink, 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 doink. There we go. Doink, 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 doink. Okay, it's too big. Now I can't see the screen. Rants and raves. Let's look at the rants and raves. Let's see what he's ranting out. Please don't encourage people to post content from magazines online. What, like this? There's really no argument that doesn't make it against the law, no matter how big a fan you are. Well, I'm reviewing it. Yeah, I'm responding to it. This is adding content. I'm responding to you, right? I'm not sharing it online. I guess. As Halo newbie, I'm really enjoying the first few episodes of the series. Well, what a shock. You're such a... Yes, that's why you don't want it shared, because you're such an SJW. 4 episodes in, and Moon Knight might be the best Marvel show yet. Yes, because they have no connective tissue to the rest of the MCU, which is a smoking garbage fire of disaster. Speaking of smoking garbage fire of disaster, Picard just gets better and better. Alison Pill, fantastic. Well, I do like her in that red dress. I will agree with that. Okay, the red dress is quite nice. Are there any good rants? One guy's complaining about origin stories. Oh, this is a big rant. No. Oh, fine. Nothing. Let's keep going. Yeah, I really mean to get this, but do they have it on download? I think you've got to buy the disc, which kind of annoys me. If I just get it on download, that's fine, right? I just want to listen to it. Red Alert! Oh God, Man Who Fell to Earth. This guy, perfect casting, Christian Tridgefloor, whatever his name is, can really bring it. It's really good in the role, and it's all about black people and climate change. I'm like, oh God, how boring. Constantine returns to a familiar in the latest DC venture. Okay, so that looks fun. Coming out on May 3rd. I'm not really that interested. Well, which one is it? Let me have a look. 1 second. Here. Who's playing him? Is it the guy who I quite liked? I'm scanning. Producer Rick Morales. No, I want to see actor. I don't know. Doesn't tell me. Time to Kill. Elizabeth Moss swaps Gilead for the 90s time travel thriller Shining Girls. Yeah, I'm not really interested. That doesn't sound interesting. I hate to tell you. I mean, does it? I mean, come on. It's a bit. I mean, it's on Apple TV Plus. It's gonna be woke as hell, right? I mean, have you heard how? Oh, Mark the Vicar is here. How you doing, Mark? Have you heard how badly Jon Stewart's show is doing? Right? That yeah. Although the world's about to change, right? We're having a big world changing thing happening right now. I believe Elon Musk is buying Twitter, right? It's going to make things really different, right? Elon Musk buying Twitter is going to make things really, really different because I think he'll make it a platform for free speech. I don't think there'll be hate speech on either. I don't want to have no rules, but I think it'll be a reasonable rules applied equally. And then it's going to make a lot more money than all the rest combined. And then the shareholders or all the rest combined said, we want to do that, please. Right. And then the bulls are going to be screwed. This is going to change the entire world. This is going to change the narrative. This is actually, I think it's a hugely good, big deal because Twitter runs the news cycle and also runs politics to a great extent. That's why they wanted Donald Trump off it. Misha Goddard's flipping the coin as Harvey Dent, Two-Face in, God, and Gotham Knights. Why? Why does everybody have to be a girl? It should be Misha's a girl. I don't know. That's the confusing thing of what life's like now, right? Paul Wesley is in James E. Kirk series 2 of Strange New Worlds. I don't know. Chris Lloyd joining season 3 of The Mandalorian. Well, listen, the only bits of Boba Fett that are watchable were the bits of The Mandalorian in, right? Everything else is just, odd. There's a Walking Dead spin-off. Who gives a shit? Renewed for season 9. Superman Lois scores. A Flash gets season 9. Blimey. Superman Lois gets season 3. I've got out the Flash a few years ago. I'm really quite happy about that. Original movie Wednesday. Christina Ricci joins Tim Burton's Wednesday. Oh, cool. Serious. I'm actually really into that Wednesday Addams series. So she must be in the rating or something. Yeah, excellent. I'm really excited about that. I love those Addams Family movies. They are fantastic. Okay, I'm just whizzing through. Ernie Hudson rejoining Raymond Lee in the new Quantum Leap. Not interest. Alice Eve will take the lead in the role of the reboot of Early Edition, which was shit the first time round. Why are they doing it again? Like, why are they doing it again? Kung Fu Panda's back. Who gives a shit? James Gunn voicing himself in Harley Quinn season 3. Well, that's funny. Okay. Fiona Shaw joining Amazon's adaptation of Neil Gaiman's Anti-Boys. So here's my thought, by the way, on Sandman, right? My thought on Sandman is it looks like it's going to be a fantastic adaptation with a big black death standing out like a sore thumb saying, "Hi, I'm from 2022." Right? Like, I think that's exactly what it's going to be. Let's look at more Newswalk. Evil Dead's Freddie Wright is writing and directing a standalone Alien movie. Interesting. No, that sounds nice. Marvel developing a project based on Cosmic Teen Supernova. Who gives a K? Supernova. Will Smith and Michael G. Jordan teaming for in sequel to 2000's I Am Legend. I doubt that's happening. Okay, don't hold your breath, mate. He is on meltdown upon meltdown upon meltdown right now. Poor guy. I really genuinely feel for him. Right. And listen. I'm sure. Look, I got 3 people watching. One of them could easily be Will Smith. Will mate. It happens to the best of us. Okay, you just try to be a good husband, and it just got weird, right? What can I tell you, mate? What can I tell you? We all feel for you. Free Guy Shauna Levy directing Deadpool 3. I'm surprised they're making Deadpool 3, but she sounds like a good. Free Guy was actually pretty good, right? Florence Pugh is in the frame for Princess Irulan in Doom Part 2. Yeah, I mean, she just kind of annoys me, but it's not it's not her fault, is it? Elvira, a.k.a. Cassandra Peterson, joining Rob Zombie's big screen take on the monsters. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. That is very good news. Untitled sequel to Godzilla versus Kong filming in Australia this year. They don't even have that. They don't even have a finished script. They're just, hey, do stuff. I love that movie. It is so stupid. I love that movie. Play-Doh movie in the works. Collapse civilization imminent. Well, yeah, no, I know that. I've been telling you that. Okay. Oh, let's have a look at this story. This is about the Secret Orange. So the Big Finishes series. Okay, so I'm going to review the hell out of this. Big Finishes series is after her first Jodie episode. So this is you're not getting any origin stuff apparently, but who knows? Who knows? Brexit in space. Oh God, that does not sound good. Xenomorphs meets Little Britain in David Barnett's new novel Alien. Oh, fuck off, mate. Oh God. Tell you, Remainers are so full of shit. It's unbelievable. I mean, also, Brexiters are so full of shit. It's unbelievable. I mean, in all fairness. I mean, you know, I have to cover, but they really are full of shit in this way. I mean, taking Space 1999 Earthbound as an example. So they told Brexit in a allegory, very, very unveiled allegory of Simmons wants to divert resources to getting back home, right, from Moonbase Alpha, right? He wants that, and he puts it up to a popular vote, and he wins, even though scientifically impossible and a waste of time, and when they try and implement it, it causes disaster, right? Obviously. Yeah, I know. So if you wanted to, and they tried to do it evenly, open habit, and they couldn't do it because they're all bonkers. Here's what they should have done, right? Simmons wants to divert some resources, right? Some resources to a project to research warp drive that could possibly get them back home. And they're like, no. And it's kind of like, kind of weird that Cody just kind of really wants to keep his authority, right? That seems to be what's going on, right? Did you have that as a sub vibe? The subtext, I should say. And then when he wins the popular vote, right? They should have some great the opportunity to get home is missed because Koenig is saying, no, we can't do it. It's impossible. And they miss the opportunity. That would be, you know, I mean, do you want to do a Brexit analogy like that? If you don't want to do a Brexit analogy, like if you would find that annoying, then shut the fuck up. Okay? Just if you find what I just said annoying, shut the fuck up. Why do you think anybody else wouldn't find it annoying? What the hell is that? Multiple choice. I don't know. KU Hung and James Hong make every. I don't give a shit. Wait, what's it on? It's on. I come back. It's on. Yeah, I gotta look over here. 1 second. What's this thing on? All at Once is in US cinema. I was in the cinema. I'm not even watching it. Leave me alone. Not interested. Cinema. Piss off. Arachnid Carpenter. Steve Orlando is celebrating Spider-Man 29th 30th birthday with a biblical crossover. What? They're crossing over to my comic book. Biblical. I like Sid Nartney. The One and Obi-Wan. Oh, God. Who's writing it? Okay. What piece of shit is writing it? I mean, that's really the... For some reason, Marvel and DC said, you know where we got to hire our new writers from? You know where we got to go? We got to go to community centers and find random lesbians, right? Yeah, random lesbians, preferably with autism and low IQ, right? We want that random lesbians, right? Low intent, and they're the people writing it. So who's writing this piece of shit? With a separate artist illustrating each issue, around blah 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 blah. Oh, who's writing, man? I'm trying to scan. Christopher Cantwell. Don't know him. Couldn't care less. If you got a job Marvel, you probably should. Okay, you probably should. Oh, Veronica Carlson, we miss you. No, we don't want to. Okay, I can't get any of that because I don't live in England. So here we got a Stranger Things behind the scenes. These things really don't interest me that much. And the 80s didn't really look like this. Okay, the 80s didn't really look like this. The live stream. Thank you for checking out the live stream on Rumble. Cool. Yeah, listen, everybody leave YouTube, move to right. If YouTube goes down, that is such great news for me. And everybody has to go to Rumble. Oh, awesome. Awesome beyond all. And it'll take, like, YouTube going down, everybody moves to Rumble, it'll be over in a week, right? Over in a week. And then, boy, would I be monetized. Oh, man. And can you imagine a fair algorithm? Don't even get me started. So the 80s didn't really look like this. I have to say, we weren't. I mean, this is what 80s looked like on TV. It was more muted in real life. But I am looking forward to it. I am looking forward to coming. It's like a nice length article, isn't it? Did we have a date for it yet? Okay, this goes on. July 1st. Okay, yeah, I will be covering that. I'm excited about that. And then we got Doctor Strange. I don't know. I might go to cinema to see this. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, this is the sort of thing you really want edibles for, right? Will it do the trick? Will it get you through the movie? I mean, look, well, I don't think there's any edible that's going to get you past America Chavez, a character designed to appear in the MCU. In the MCU. That's the only reason she's there, to be representative. But the trippy stuff looks fun. Oh god, this is going to be shit. I just know it's going to be shit. I mean, maybe it's not, but I get the feeling it's going to be shit. I mean, he's great, but like, cosplay Spock looks awful, and there's so many lesbians with the side of their haircut, and they made Uhura look like a little boy, right? I mean, Chapel looks hot though. I like the Chapel. Chapel's super hot. But here, let me see. Can I show? Yeah, let me zoom in. I'll give you another. Let me show you the Uhura in this. It is freaking terrifying. I mean, literally, I would call it terrifying. There we go. Where is it? No, hang on. I'm nearly there. I think it's, here we go. Let me share the screen. Share screen. Okay, firstly, Nurse Chapel. Looks kind of hot, right? I like that. But over here, it's all women with head shaved. And really, Uhura, what the hell? Like, what the, like, where's the hair? Why she look like a little boy with tits? It's weird. And why she just look like a little boy? There's too much looking like little boys, okay? It's a thing. I don't know. It's a weird thing, right? I have noticed that in terms of fashion, boobs are out. Have you noticed that? It's like models now are definitely less on not so much on the curvaceous side. Fine. And also, cosplay Spock looks so awful. He really does. And everything he does looks awful. It looks nothing like Spock. Feels like Zachary Quinto really nailed it. I loved him being Spock, right? So this I watched the first few episodes of, and it was pretty darn good, right? It actually felt like Star Trek, which is it felt like it was in the Star Trek universe, right? Back once again for the Renegade Master. Doesn't seem like that much of a renegade. I don't know. I get the feeling this is going to be shit as well, right? Don't you? I mean, like, everything's just made with agenda. Oh, look, there's a black woman the size of her hair shaved. Oh, that's so weird. You never see that. Always. That's the only thing you ever see, right? But, you know, listen, I'm going to watch it. What you going to do? I'm totally going to watch it. Let's go to the next one. Doink. What's this? Charles Play. Yeah, it was okay. I mean, yeah, why not? That's weird. Okay. This is like the old movie Charles Play, right? Oh no, The Innocents. It's a new thing in cinemas and on digital platforms on May 20th. Smart being on digital platform, I'm more likely to watch it. That's really the truth. I might even wait for Doctor Strange 45 days, because why not? Firestarter director Keith Thomas talks of taking on Stephen King classic. Okay, let's go. I really don't care. It was okay. The Art of Batman, blimey. It's so moody. It's so pretentious and moody. Yeah, jeez. Off. That's really where I am. Off. Okay, Big Brother's watching you. Yes, he is. So they got, this is the BBC version. This is a good article. This is totally, I think this still exists. All right, it says 1984 is available on dual formats, DVD, Blu-ray, and on iTunes and Prime Video, reviewed at the BFI. Was it released by the BFI? Yeah, that looks good. I mean, I bet that is good. Who's Nymph Alga? What'd she do? The star of Raised by Wolves talks mullets, dead rats, and not barfing. Oh, okay. Look, is that that's the one who turned into the tree in season 2? Yeah, sorry, I don't think we're seeing her again. Raised by Wolves. Here, I can't read that. I got to zoom in. Don't Raised by Wolves. Let me find what the page it is. No, she scrubs out okay, that woman. Who'd have thought? Now I'm zoomed in too much. Raised by Wolves season 2 is available on Sky Atlantic, and now with episodes every Wednesday. Freaking awesome, okay? Raised by Wolves, awesome beyond awesome. Big recommend. Yeah, again, I think she's not in the season 3. Live Wire, Short Circuit. Who gives a shit? Oh man, I didn't even like that in the 80s. Leave me alone. It seemed derivative and boring then. Okay, and I was the audience, right? I was the target audience. Yeah, that's what's going on. Emily St. John Mandel, no idea who she is. Writes a book, of course. Game of Thrones studio. No, actually, how much is that? 500? Blimey. Northern Lights. I'd rather do Northern Lights. That sounds fun. Northern Lights flight experience. £219. It's not cheap, but I would like to do that. Fine. Reviews. Morbius, I hear, was shit. I hear was shit, and it was like, yay! Take that, Sony, you incels. Nah. Oh, yay! They really were. People were so they were so happy to see it fail because they're cunts. Okay, that's essentially why they are cunts. That's why they were happy to see it fail. But also, it wasn't very good. I mean, look, Matt Smith just doesn't have good luck picking movies, mate. I mean, TV roles he's done very well with. The Crown was excellent. What else he's been? He's been in a bunch of good stuff. Like, whenever he's in something, I will watch it because I like him a lot. Fantastic Secrets of Dumbledore. I didn't even watch the second one, let alone the third one, right? I hear probably better than the second one, which I hear was garbage. But the secret is he's gay. The secret is he likes it up his arse and in his mouth. Okay, that's the secret, right? Secret is he's a top. That's a secret. Okay, so I didn't need to know that secret, right? I did not need to know that secret. Northman, yeah, apparently alt-right have claimed the Northman. I'm a Sonic Hedgehog 2, didn't see number 1. Peacemaker season 1, awesome. Yeah, let's see what they got for the drinking game. Peacemaker season 1, it was freaking awesome. Okay, absolutely. Peacemaker makes a racist, sexist comment. Not really, right? The Poodle Rock hair metal track launches into the soundtrack either diegetically or non-diegetically. Okay. Somebody sings or dances or both, opening credits excluded. Oh, they're awesome. Peacemaker calls Economicus diebeard. Yeah, you take a drink then. Vigilante gets into an argument that leaves whoever he's arguing with completely baffled. I gotta rewatch this show. It's awesome. Peacemaker names drops another DC hero. Yeah, like I love it when he talks about how Aquaman likes to have sex with fish. I really should finish off watching Prodigy, right? Raw, I Am Woman. No, not interested. Star Trek Discovery. How does that piece of shit get 3 stars? Okay, we're reading that review. Stop. So this is what's fun to do this on a live stream. And they put it next to Raised by Wolves, one of the greatest things ever made. Right? Star Trek Discovery's fourth year was made at the height of the pandemic, so you had to exclude how absolutely awful it is. But you'd hardly know it from the on-screen results. The slight interiority aside, right? There's none of the flashy location work that opened season 3. It's the pandemic. It wasn't that they don't put money to the piece of shit, but they're making another one, so fuck them. This very much business as usual flagship new Trek show. Oh, so bad. Captain Michael Burnham is insane. Is completely insane. And the crew of Discovery are busy trying to restore a fractured Federation when a mysterious anomaly blows up the homeworld of Book. I thought it was Booker. Okay, Book. David Adja, cut rate Idris Elba. And Starfleet scrambles to understand the nature of the DMA. Yeah, it's a season of like letters that are bad. Is a natural phenomenon manufactured. If latter by who? Rogue scientist Tarka. Sean Doyle was pretty darn good. Risks the safety of the galaxy with his increasing zealous of a campaign to destroy it. I think he wants to just get the power from it. More so than ever, this season is defined by its arc. It's always defined by its arc, and it's always shit. A jaunt to Nivar, Vulcan, in an early tussle with some neon butterfly. Very cool. They were cool, okay? They were very cool. They kind of look like they should be in Doctor Who. They look really cool. That's the first episode. And the run is focused almost entirely on the existential threat of a big thing they can't really see, posed by the DMA. It's a classic Star Trek idea. No, it's who wrote this shit? It's not a classic Star Trek idea, Will Simpson. It's not a classic. U.S. politician Stacey who cameos as President Earth, is a hardcore Trekker. Her favorite show is Voyager. Oh, that should, market as unwatchable garbage forever. This is awful. This, however, freaking awesome. Who's reviewing this? Well, Sam, the same person. Leave me alone. I mean, listen. I appreciate you need to earn a living. Oh, I gotta watch this. I like season 1 of Russian Doll. I will watch season 2. The Last Bus. I do not know what this is. Next of Armageddon. Where's this on? It's on Netflix. Oh, I think I heard about this. Yeah, I'll check this out as well if I have time. Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah, that's what. Do they have the extras? What are the extras on there? Extras. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong page. Look at the wrong thing. There you go. Spider-Man. Look out. Okay, so a fistful of slick, nimbly into the features go behind the scenes on Tom Holland, 6 minutes. The High School Comrades, 7 minutes. The Return of Spider-Man, 8 minutes. Okay, villains, Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange, John Watts, blah, blah. Okay, put them all together. You get about 45 minutes of stuff. Holland, Maguire and Garth will get together for an entertaining Spider Summit. 7 minutes. Blimey, that doesn't seem that long. Nothing there. There's reasonably decent pack of it. Yeah, leave me alone. I'm not really that interested. Who's playing Constantine in House of Mystery? Emma's here. How you doing, sir? Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is the Constantine, I think. Now, this is supposed to be good, the Jerry Anderson thing. It's on... what's it called? Well, right now, it's on BritBox, I believe, but it's supposed to be really good. I like a good Jerry Anderson documentary. I prefer a Jerry Anderson documentary than Jerry Anderson, right? Now, do we have any extras on this? Here, let's look at the extras on 1984. Do it to Julia, do it. An essential listen as a comedy track that teams Nigel Kill experts, John Deere, Toby Hadoke, and Andy Murray. Collectively, they seem to have every scrap of BBC paperwork memorized. That, I bet, is awesome, right? I bet that's really awesome. And they seem to have paperwork, and they can reel off a biography of every every actor in 1965 edition of Late Night lineup. Looks back at the drawing good anecdotes from Neil, Cartier, and 3 of the cast. Morrell recalls passers-by yelling, how's your big brother? In the Ministry of Truth, 24 minutes, TV historians Dick Fiddy and Oliver Waite dispel the myths that have accredited around... Well, yeah, excreted? No, I don't know. Around production of Sport. Okay. 72 minutes. Well, then they got a recording lecture on Neil's career by Hadoki and Murray, 72 minutes. Just one devoted to the play. That sounds awesome. That sounds like a really good package. I will get that. Bubble, never heard of it. What's the Bubble? It's Judd Apatow. Where is it? It's a movie. Again, if it's a movie, leave me alone. I'll get it when it's probably on demand somewhere. Oh, Karen Gillan's in it though. I love a bit of Karen Gillan. Is she in? Oh, there she is. There's a bit of Karen Gillan. Karen Gillan is awesome. We all love Karen Gillan. Karen Gillan, we love you. And I'm not even turned on by her, right? I'm not even turned on by it. 3 Monster Tales of Sci-Fi. What the hell's that? Let's have a look. I don't know. 3 monster movies. Okay, leave me alone. Yeah, it just seems like, let's just put these together. That'll work. Choose or Die. Okay, no. Scream. Michael Reeves. What was that? That looks very familiar. What's that from? 1964, 67. Oh yeah, fine. They're the classic movies. Fine. I thought they were. Cast is Ian Ogilvy, Vincent Price, Boris Karloff, Christopher Lee, Catherine Lacey, and Gia Giamatti. Man, I bet they're awesome, right? I bet they're awesome. What's we're all going to the World's Fair? It's they didn't really like it that much, right? So who cares? Mason Resurrections, I liked. Okay, I know a lot of people hated it. I actually enjoyed it. Right? I thought the story was a organic continuation that was unnecessary, and I'm glad they kept saying this is unnecessary. Nothing there of interest. Sea Tranquility, well, they love it. No idea who writes it. Not interested. No, none of this stuff interesting me. None of this is tickling me old molecules. Crunchyroll Essential Anime. No, I'm fine. Don't need it. No. Lots of books out. None of them I'm reading. Okay. Who's this guy? I see he's got a Doctor Who cover there. Sorry, I'm not typing, or is literally dreamed up one of his books. Oh, good for you. Batman the Night, I will give it a miss. Chip Zdarsky, he's not bad, but I can't. Yeah, Current Comics is a disaster show. Right, it's really a disaster show. Oh, what's this Brave New World? That looks interesting. Hang on. We will investigate. We will indeed investigate. What is that? It's vintage classics. Second only to 1984 in Pantheon Disposed Brave New World. This 234 page book is for the most faithful. Most part faithfully. Highly faithful to Huxley's original Savage reservation from the Shakespeare quoting Savage. Okay. Yeah, I like a faithful adaptation. By the way, I'm going to do a review of this soon. Let me show you. Which I reread actually, and I just adored it. Hang on 1 second. There you go. There, I absolutely enjoyed it. Scarlet Traces. Really good adaptation of Brave New World, and then a sequel. Right? It's really good. Hook the Slayer. They've been really plugging that. I'm not interested. Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Not interested. Vinyl Countdown. Not interested in any of it. Yeah, look, Vinyl's cool, but it seems more trouble than it's worth. I've got like the first half hour of Dr. War Genesis. Very good. Very, very good so far. And the Orville's going back next month. Yeah, so that comes out on May 18th. That is the review of this month's SFX. Oh, they got a thing on the Invisibles. I like the Invisibles. I think the Invisibles is a comic book classic. I think it's a fantastic work. I would go and see this if it wasn't a fortune. And you know, I'll get a cheap ticket, right? That's basically what I'll do. 984, go buy it now, I think we'll go back over here. Because I think The Invisible is absolutely awesome. Right, so actually, I'm going to say this was a pretty darn good issue of SFX magazine. I'm surprised how good it was. Yeah, I am. I'm going to give this one a thumbs up. Which I'm surprised about. You know why? Because I think the era of woke is ending, right? Okay, Elon Musk is buying Twitter. It's happening, right? That's going to change everything. And I think right now we're just mopping up and things when Sandman comes out and you got Black Death in it, and I don't care that she's black, right? I care that you're making a person look stupid, right? And you are making her look stupid. Just like you made, what's his name look stupid as Commissioner Gordon, right? Jeffrey Wright, great actor, great temperament for it. And funnily enough, when they weren't making a big deal of it and they had Lawrence Fishburne play Perry White, no, it was fine. It's just when you go, see? Yes, it doesn't scare you, patriarchy. No, here's the thing. They're scared that they're not scary, right? Emma's here. I think I said hello. Hello, how are you, sir? They're scared that they're scared of dealing anybody not like them, right? I haven't had the second episode of what's it called? What's that thing called? Oh, I can't remember. Stranded, maybe the Doctor Who, the very gay Doctor Who podcast, right? I haven't had the second episode of it because I'm not that interested, quite frankly. But I haven't heard it yet. But they talk so much about being trans in it, and she's going to meet a reporter from the Observer. So it's going to be okay meeting somebody trans, and they're going to go, we're fine. It's you who's a weirdo. You can't deal with anybody meeting you who isn't like you, which is kind of weird. Anyway, I digress. The Invisible is quite good, but I would say this is a pretty darn good issue of SFX magazine. There's a lot there that I'm kind of interested in reading. So the SFX, go ahead and buy it now. I buy it digitally. That's me. That's the way I go for it. There isn't so much to moderate right now. Well, yeah. I imagine you can put your feet up. Fine. What are we going to get to next? Let's have a quick look at Bounding into Comics. Right, it's always a good place to check. Let me just close this window, and then we're going to get to Doctor Who. Doctor Who. This is what we're going to look at. 1 second. This is a really fun little detour we're going to take. Share screen. Window. So, could reach until today. Yeah, shall we see if it's updated? It's all about liberal power. Why will liberals freak out over Musk Twitter deal in works? That's great. Oh, it's fantastic, right? It is freaking fantastic. I love Elon Musk. Yeah, and who would have thought Elon Musk here to save the day? Elon Musk today. But here, check this out, okay? So it's Passover, right? And in Passover, Jews go to hotels because it's so much in work getting ready for Passover. A lot of people just go to a hotel, right? So here's a big swanky resort in Doral, and Trump shows up, right? And Jews love Trump. I'm telling you, Jews love Trump, right? So Trump shows up and he gives his speech, but it's on Sabbath, right? So nobody can record it and take pictures who was there. But here, some of it came out. Let me show the sound's turned up. Let's see what he has to say. See, he just walks in. This is why I like Trump. Yeah, exactly. He says, done what we've done for Israel. Yes, right. We love you, Donald. It's just so funny. Jews love Trump. They do. How many of these videos are there? Oh, fine. It's just like all my walls combining. It's like, suddenly, Jews and Trump. If Captain Kirk walks in and Tom Baker, we're good. Yeah, we love a bit of the Trumpster. I miss the Trumpster. I tell you, I think something crazy is going to happen now. There's no logical way in a million years he can get. No way. I mean, he could win in 24, and they're much smarter to have Ron DeSantis run than Trump, right? However, I don't think reality is real, mate. I think I think God's real, and I think God likes Trump. I think Trump's going to come out on top, and I don't know how. But I think that's going to happen. Oh yes, we got to look at this. Comic book professionals react to Elon Musk report takeover of Twitter. Oh, this is going to be gorgeous. So Piers Woods is not a space monster. I won't delete Twitter if that guy buys it, but I'll spend a lot less time here. Just like Facebook and IG. You think Facebook is a bit right-leaning? You out your mind. It's a useful tool, but I'm not really into participating in billionaires' ego trips. It's certainly making me rethink my relationship with social media. Oh, if you're going to fuck off, that's fine. Scott Snyder, I can't believe we soon may be nostalgic about current Twitter. We won't. You will. Patrick Searcher, huge SCW. Too soon to know. Letting ban people back on or doing away with mutes and blocks would be a big tell. Do it all. I know, do it all. Can't imagine this place without mutes and blocks. But I think that would tank it. It will tank it for you cunts, right? And then it would flourish. You're a cancer in the universe, right? You are. I know. Nobody be violent with this person, but your ilk as a cancer in the universe. And I have no idea what your physical characteristics are, okay? I have no idea what your skin color is. I have no idea what your ethnicity. I don't give a shit. I don't know if you're man or woman. I don't give a shit what you are. It's fine, right? But your ilk are a cancer that has destroyed everything that they have touched, right? You're like a virus. You know, you guys went to the publishing industry and NA novels and destroyed it. Then you went to comic books and destroyed it. And then you went to TV, you destroyed it. And every organism you attach to, you destroy it. I mean, look at Doctor Who, look at Star Trek, look at Star Wars. You destroy it all. You are not good people, okay? You are not on the right side of history. You are like the National Socialists. Here was it. What did you say there? For the left, for leftists don't like speed streets. Remind me, who's on the right side of history again? Here's the truth: the only people who ever mentioned being on the right side of histories were the National Bloody Socialists from Germany in the 1930s. Okay, they're the people who talk about being on the right side of bloody history. Yeah, and they act a lot like them, right? Again, dude. I think we're closer than being taken down in forever, right? And not in a violent way. I hope. I don't know, but I think something biblical is coming, mate. That's what I think. I think something biblical is coming, right? That's going to change everything. And I think it's going to be soon. I think a matter of weeks, right? I think we're weeks out, right? I really think it's coming, but I always have done because I'm a Bible thumping nut. That's me for you. I doubt he'll get rid of those. Letting ban people back on would not surprise me. If he lets Trump on. If Trump on, then the true social goes away. I mean, really, there's no point of it. When a millionaire doesn't pay his taxes, that impacts society. Less money for lots of things, including teachers. Oh, we want more of them. Those psychos. Fewer teachers equal poorly educated student. No, teachers who come into 4-year-olds and say, hey, you know what? That everything you programmed into you as a human being about identity and self and gender None of that matters. It's all, and if you don't like it, don't tell your parents. Or don't tell your parents. But if you don't like it, you're a bigot and you're bad. But if you do like it, you're good, and you even get super good if you actually, have want to be trans, right? Yeah, teachers, we need them. If that billionaire is a political hero, well, you get a failing society you asked for. I have to tell you, mate, the failing society is now, isn't it? If you guys could just have treated Trump like a human freaking being, right? We wouldn't be in this mess now. So how about MySpace show? Bye, Heather Antos. Bye. If we all leave Twitter, I say we go back where it all started. Online, yeah, do what you want. Bye. Go away. You have no idea how much better the world's going to be. All right. If I follow you and you'd like to keep in touch outside of it, please DM me your contact information. Not deleting this, but it'll become an automatic announcements account soon. Dipping a toe in after 6 months. You're good. Good. Oh, I feel the toxicity going away, and by that I mean you. I gotta check out this Northman. Everyone's talking about it. Okay, what we got here? Report says Lionsgate's rebooting the Leprechaun franchise. Oh, leave me alone. Zack Snyder shares first image of Rebel Moon. Oh, I like Zack Snyder's work. I do. I absolutely do. Trans woman person talks about murdering, and it's all fine. They cut this line out of Spider-Man in England. I'll tell you, England, what's wrong with you? I mean, you're not as bad as Australia and Canada, but what happened? They took out this line from ITV. They showed it when Spider-Man says, "Hey, nice costume. Did your husband buy it?" as a demeaning joke, and it was taken out because it might feel like. If I became president of the world or emperor of the world, one of the first things I'll do is reinstitute the reinstitute the institution of offense. You're okay to offend at that point. Oh man, wouldn't that be great? All right, Millie Bobby Brown. Let's have a look. Do they have the picture of her? That is fun because again, it's just gross. So God, I mean, really. Yeah, listen, you're in Hollywood, which is where pedophilia is okay. Okay, it's not meant to be like that, right? Did I have a picture of her, Millie? Because she was in this insanely sexy dress, right? Where is it? No. One second. Here, let's do this. Millie Bobby Brown. Okay, and then if I get a Millie, okay, hopefully nothing's going to be too racy. Okay, nothing's going to be too crazy. Okay, here we go. Party dress. Let's go for silver dress. Silver dress. I mean, this was really recent. There you go. I mean, you can't dress like that and be complaining about being sexualized unless somebody dressed you like that, right? It's I mean, and you should feel fine to dress yourself up, but don't complain about being sexualized when and then sexualize yourself. I mean, and that's why it's okay, to have some kind of sexuality, right? It's always oh, Matthew Powder, you found us. Yeah, listen, mate, I'm back on in about a week from now, right? I'm back on on Saturday, right? I shall return. I got a copyright strike, not copyright. I got a community strike for covering the Doctor Who story. So that's essentially it. But yeah, I'm posting over here and also on Rumble. Go over to Rumble, like, share, subscribe. Definitely share. If you can share this, that would be fantastic. Fine, let's have a look at Doctor Who Witchfinders, and it's really bad. So I think that's fair to say, really, really, really bad. So let me open this. Doink. Captain Scarlet, dun, 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 indestructible. Captain Scarlet, bada bum, bada dum. Fine, okay, got that, got the notes. Let's start with the. Let me make my notes bigger. Let me make my notes bigger for my tired little eyes. We'll go. Doink. Oh, that's too big. Said no one to me ever. 5. Oh, this was a piece of shit. This was genuinely a piece of shit. Okay, this was really bad. Here we go. Opening up. If it doesn't open up, I'm going to reboot the router and I'll play a Doctor Who sketch. I didn't upload a new one. Oh, there you go. It is working. Fine. No, it's not like that. It doesn't. It's not exciting or entertaining. It's and Chris Chibnall cannot produce the show, right? He can't tell anybody they've done something wrong, right? And the music just doesn't really work. But he's black, right? The guy who did it is black. And so if Chris Chibnall says, no, it's wrong, and he's using his white privilege, and he doesn't want to do that. I do like this in the titles where it zooms in at the end and go, boom. Witchfinders by Joy Wilkinson. Never was somebody misnamed such as Joy Wilkinson. Okay? Never was somebody had totally no reason to be called Joy. This episode, and I watched this like really, really, really carefully to try and work out what were they thinking, right? What were they going on? So there's a few things happening in this. There is a demented worldview where men are evil and women are oppressed, and the worst of the worst are those who should be allies but are traitors, right? They are the worst of the worst of the worst. And that's her worldview, and it permeates everything. And I don't know what happened to her. Maybe she was attacked. Maybe she was abused. I don't know, right? She certainly hates to be feminine in any way. Like she aggressively doesn't wear makeup, and like aggressively. It's just weird, right? And I understand. Listen, it must be a lot of pressure on a young lady to conform to standards of beauty. But honestly, no one's expecting that. That's the thing. No one's expecting that. What we are expecting is to not make yourself look like a troglodyte from hell, right? Which is kind of the look that she's cultivated. I mean, again, this is not a personal attack in any way, right? This is more, I think it's a reaction against cultural norms in society, which she hates. She hates all cultural norms in society, and she hates the Bible. Oh, she hates Judeo-Christian values, and she doesn't know anything about them. And that's really the problem. So that's what permeates this episode. And then in there is a reasonably talented person who might have had a story to tell. It's a shame she didn't work under Rusty Davis or Stephen Moffat, and it's a shame that Toby Whithouse didn't take over. She's a talent, right? I think she's a talent who could have put this together. It's just garbage, unfortunately. So we start off just garbage. Doctors brought the fam to I think to see like Queen Elizabeth I, and they're like hundreds of years off, and she's like, oh, I don't understand, and there's like a party going on, and she goes, oh, look, they're bobbing for apples there. So, okay, this annoys me when my daughter does it. My daughter, a lot of the time, very, very capable, assured young lady, very, very capable, assured young lady, is very childish and silly, right? And this would be fine if we had seen the other side of the Doctor to have some moral strength or any form of strength, or credibility, right? Any kind of success at anything, right? To be an agent of change in any way, to be not massively competent, to not screw something up. I mean, we're starting the episode and she has no idea where she is, right? Said, oh, Dad, she doesn't know what's going on, right? It's just annoying. It's just annoying, like how they portrayed her as being so incredibly dumb, right? And so incredibly ineffectual. Right? I like why? What? And so when she acts silly, this is all we've seen of her. We haven't seen her be the Doctor. She hasn't had her Doctor moment yet, and even her apologists agree with that. Right? She hasn't. So there's no. Right now, she's hanging on the coattails, on the reputation of those who come before her. Right? Every other actor by this point, this is episode 8. 80% the way through their first season. Every actor has worked out what they're doing with the role, right? Every actor has become the Doctor by now, other than you, right? Matt Smith out the box. She was ready to go. David Tennant, Eccleston actually took the most time, right? But John Hurt was pre-formed, as was Paul McGann. Sylvester McCoy when he found his feet. Colin Baker again, his Doctor was the Doctor, like very much from his first story. Absolutely, Peter Davison, his Doctor was the Doctor, very much from his first story, right? I mean, his greatest moment was his final story, but like that run he had in his first season, he had Castrovalva, which was interesting as hell, right? Yeah, Castrovalva. You had that the Escher sort of stuff, then followed by Four to Doomsday and Kinder and Visitation and Earthshock. Man, that was an incredible season, right? And the Doctor was the Doctor straight away. Tom Baker, I mean, like basically by the time he's sitting in the by the time he finds the crushed dandelion, right, under from the robot. John Pertwee, basically by a second story, we knew exactly it was Patrick Troughton. Had it on his, you believed he was the Doctor very quickly, and of course, William Hartnell, you never thought he wasn't the Doctor, right? She hasn't had that moment yet, right? She has not had that moment yet, and so now she's just like dunking for apples, and looks like an idiot child, right? And this is why it doesn't work. Fine. So, dunking for apples, and they're like, yeah, look, this doesn't make her look good. I mean, this is what a woman thinks is fun and quirky. It's not. It's annoying, right? It's annoying. Oh, so fine. So they're trying. What's going on? And it says, this happens every Sunday. And then we're gonna go. And they're like, what's going on? And they say, it gets all kind of cold. They're like, whoa, what's weird? What's happening? Where are we going? Icky thump. And she's like, don't interfere with history. Whatever you do, we can't change history. No, we just be very careful. And the weird, creepy guy is following them in a mask, and nobody's really concerned about him being weird and creepy in a mask. That's just normal. I said, Icky thump, we can't change history. Oh no, Icky thump. So much not so. Oh, Icky thump. And they're like, yeah, okay then. And then weird, creepy guy following them, and then woman is crying. Oh, he's all right. I'm stunning, and I'm brave, and I'm stunning. Oh, she seems upset. Oh, she does. So then this actually could have been interesting. Really, I mean, it really annoys me the resources they put into this poorly thought through piece of shit. And they're going to a dunking. So we meet what's her name from Downton Abbey, the first couple of seasons, and she's Becca. What's her name again? Becca Savage. Becca Savage. Yeah, a little bit on the nose. And she's like, this is a dunk. This is a witch trial in that they're going to dunk her in the water, and she drowns. She's a human, and she's not a witch, and if she survives, they burn her. Right? So not very good news, right? And she's like, and they're like, oh, like you thought we shouldn't interfere. Oh, je ne kiffe. And there's this weird kind of lesbian vibe going, like a lesbian. What's the word I'm looking for? Lesbian. An oppressed lesbian vibe, right? I said, "Oh, it's okay, my love." She talks to her granddaughter, and she's like, She's like, "Well, we'll just do this and do it." And she's like, "Hey, do the dunking." And doctor, you got to do something. Oh no, this is a bit lesbian-y. Oh, bye there, and see you later. Who said it's Alan Moore? What's Alan Moore? I don't know. Anyway, it is. It's a weird kind of lesbian vibe, and women being oppressed and persecuted. And she don't I keep thumb. And she oh my love, it'll all be good. And the doctor's like, oh, I can't stop. And she jumps in the water. Oh, I gotta save her. Oh, and here, just said, don't interfere with history, right? Don't interfere with history. And also the interchange before they done, it makes it sound like they might be witches, right? So right now she's just a blundering childish idiot, right? Who's just here's the thing. When Troughton pretended to be an idiot, that was him trying to like get under the radar of people. She just acts like an idiot, right? So she's like, oh, and like, what do you think you're doing? She's like, get her. Oh, she goes in, he pulls her out. Says, oh, and she tries to act tough, and she's not, right? She's just not at all. And she's dead anyway, right? Yeah. Oh, she's still dead. Like, so you've done nothing. You've done absolutely nothing other than blow up your like for some reason, right? I have no. You blow up your own rule, right? So like she's just blundered at this point, and she goes, oh, she's dead. Oh, and again, weird lesbian vibe going on, right? And I don't know. Oh, didn't make him of it. Hey, she says, oh, arrest them. And she says, no, you can't arrest me. Why not? What authority do you have to do this? And she's like, and she there's a really bad Jodie stand up. You don't look intimidating. Okay, your angry face is silly. It's not convincing. You know, I get the feeling that if I come over there and smack you in the face, which nobody should do, right? You're going to go down, right? You're not tough. You're not hard. And pretending you are doesn't make you believe it. And you're not a good enough actress to sell that you are. So what? Well, she wasn't a witch and you're a murderer. So yeah, who are you, annoying piece of crap to come to me? Says me. I'll tell you who I am. And look, he gets a bit sneery because it's Jodie, right? Can't be a Jodie without a good sneer. Loves a sneer. Oh, look at me sneer. Yeah, super sneer. And she says, oh, she's looking for a psychic paper. I'll show you what I am. And she goes into the jacket and pulls it out. I said, this is me. I'm the Witchfinder General. I said, really? Well, okay then. And now says, oh, I'll give you a bit of a see. Now I got a gloat. She's so not the doctor, right? So they're her assistants or something. And look at her face. I can't remember what she's mad about. And she says, then she comes back to her house for some reason. And says, oh, Granny, oh, I'm so sad. I'm clearly having sex with you. And Yaz is like, I really have no thoughts going through my head. So then this guy's watching them still, whoever they is. For some reason they go home with her now. She's the landowner. Inherited it from her husband. And they talk a little bit. Says, well, if you're landowner, where's the horses? Well, I had them all killed because they were the devil's beasts. And she's like, well, they're all shot. He's like, oh, that's a bit weird. So then Graham comes up and talks to the doctor. Graham is always the hero of the show. It's weird how they just did it naturally, right? They just really did it naturally. He said, oh, I know about the witch trials. And there was never anything in this town, whatever it was, never any records of this town says, why doesn't the doctor know this, right? Why doesn't the doctor know this? Why is the doctor saying that? Why has the doctor got no agency, right? Meanwhile, what's the name? The crazy woman who's killing people, like there's 36 Duncans so far. And she said, oh, we got to find out what's going on. Oh, we're going to sneak around, sneaky weaky. And like, I'd like, why does she think this works? It's so weird, right? It's just all so weird. So she's warming herself up. Oh, she sent Ryan off to go and check out the granddaughter, right? I think, or Brian or Yaz or something. I can't even remember. And so that she seems really genuine. So the country is ridden with Satan, right? I got to drive it out, even if I'm responsible for all these people. And she seems to have genuine belief in that's the way she's playing it. And like he's like, well, that's weird. So then it really annoys me, right? She says, just like it says in the New King James Bible, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live, right? And then you get this really annoying line, and Jodie comes back, oh, well, the twist of the sequel says, love thy neighbor. You ignorant cunt. Okay, here's the thing. This is all about a hatred of the Bible, of biblical values and the Bible through intense ignorance. The passage's talking about not suffering a witch to live. Is talking about things that are cancerous to your society, right? There's okay. Let me look up what's in those verses, right? But here's the thing. It's in the where was it? It's in the next paragraph. Love thy bloody neighbor, right? That's the point. Here, let me just pull it up. There's so many things in this. Where is it? It's in Exodus. I believe it's in 22, chapter 22. So have a look. Doink. Go. Up to anyone. So yeah, I think it was in. You shall not oppress a widow or an orphan. Oh, that sounds terrible. You shall not mistreat a stranger, nor shall you oppress them, for you were strangers once in Egypt. He who slaughters a sacrifice to the gods shall be destroyed, except the Lord above. Yeah, don't have any other others. Don't have bestiality. Don't suffer a sorcerer to live. These are all things that shouldn't be normal, right? If a father, if you seduce somebody, it talks about seduction, it talks about rape. You can't curse a judge, neither nor a prince. Okay, so I think a respect for authority. All these are good for society. This is what all this law. And if you had any freaking clue what you're talking about, you wouldn't have said that stupid line, right? So Disaster is here. How you doing, Disaster? And it's just like again. Why are you using Doctor Who as a platform for your bigotry? Which is what this is. Because it's not based on knowledge, clearly. And this line demonstrates it. You're using Doctor Who as a platform for your ideology, which is horribly bigoted. And okay, you might hate the Bible. You might hate, but why hate people? I know, why hate people, right? You're just an ignorant moron, right? Because this is why she's doing this. Why? Because this is a polemic on how much she hates Judeo-Christian morality. So Jodie starts lecturing her. Said, "Oh no, I took her lecturing face on. King James wouldn't want you to do this. Oh, he would." And then this guy walks in and he pulls his mask and says, "Hi, I am King James. I am very gay. I am super gay, and bad. I'm very bad." She's like, "Oh, Ekithorpe," she says. And he says, "Well, you can't be the Witchfinder General. You must be the assistant." He shows her the psychic baby. "You can't be the Witchfinder. You must be the assistant. You're a girl. Girls can't do that." She's like, "What? I don't understand." "Yeah, no, you're a girl. Yes, but I'm fluid." No, you're a girl." And I have to tell you, Joy Wilkinson's take on 17th century society on the rights of men versus women is ludicrous. much like everything else she does, is ludicrous. I mean, it's a ridiculous. What's the word? It's a ridiculous ignorance of history. Best like she was ridiculously ignorant of the Bible. She just wants to believe what she wants to believe. She wants to be angry and she wants to believe what she wants to do. Because if you're angry and believe what you want to believe, you don't have to think about yourself, right? It's which is really what it is. So this is so patronizing. It's like, oh, because all women are nothing. But at the same time, the two antagonists is a very gay man and a woman. See, these are the villains of the piece, because they're so evil, because they're traitors, right? They should be allies, but really they're traitors. It's like, oh, I can't believe there are gay people who voted for Donald Trump. Oh no, right? And so and this is basically what she's and women who like voted Brexit. Oh, they're the worst, right? It's just very, very on the nose. Fine. So she shows the thing and says, oh, your sister is like, so Graham's a witchfinder. Thank God. He's the only one with the brain in his bloody head here. Right. And again, it's just weird. It's weird. And King James has got these like super F me eyes, like for Ryan, right? He said, and who are you, my Nubian prince? Oh, tell you, have you ever had a king's mouth wrapped around your large Nubian member? He's so gay and so wants to have sex. Look at this. I might like, this is his acting choices. I mean, they've got one of the greatest actors. The actor who could have played the Doctor, right? A really clever, talented, interesting actor doing this. I want a bit of shaky rough with a Nubian. It's just it's so stupid. So the man, Madam Savage is like, we'll save all of them, even if it means killing them all. And they're like, and it's just like showing how stupid it is to believe in religion. And so they're like, oh, we're dealing with ignorance. Oh, if you thought you can't do much about that. So meanwhile, she's getting ready to bury her grandmother or lover or both or something like that. She's digging, and as she's digging, a little what happens? Get to the right slide. You see this little shoot come up, and attacks her, and Yaz comes in and says, oh, look out, Icky Thump, says Yaz. I've been around the Doctor a bit much. There you go. No. Oh, look, I've got to be studying it. I'm actually surprised I'm actually seeing her do something. Because, man, this is really annoying. Oh, can I take her that way? There you go. Fine, this big thing comes out the ground and is trying to get this woman, and yes, beats it to death because that's what you do. Yeah, first contact, kill anything. That's it, and that's what makes her stunning, and I would also say brave. Said, oh, Icky Thump, she says, e-Bible. I'm from Yorkshire, me. She has a. Actually, it's actually interesting. There's things I thought they just shoehorned in. They're actually showing her be effective in some way. Blue Bodies is here. How you doing? Thank you for joining me here in my exile. Oh, Icky Thump, she says. It's like even the program where I move it along with is rebelling against me, right? It just doesn't want to do anymore. No, it says, oh, we got to go tell the Doctor. Oh, come on, there you go. Oh man. Fine. Meanwhile, the Doctor is sneaking around the house, and she's storming around because she's really mad. So, like between being drowned and patronized, women are always going to be being drowned and being patronized to death. This is a hard time in history for women. Oh, yes, I know. And she does complain about that quite a lot. I think it's Joy Wilkinson complaining about her life in general, right? That's what I think is going on. Anywho. So she breaks into her bedroom and starts looking around, right? And she's like, what's going on with that stuff? and she's got lots of hankies, and she's trying to work out what's going on there. Yeah, but actually, in the king's defense, you have broken into a room, says Graham. The voice of senses says, I'm investigating, so that makes it better. You're breaking an entry makes it better. Ryan finds an axe, says, there's weird stuff going on there. And then all of a sudden, Jazz walks in. Yaz walks in with jazz hands. Said, you'll never believe what happened. I just encountered the Evil Dead, the first one, when it was good. I said, really? Yes, I did. The roots came alive and they tried to eat. And she got some of the mud and she starts scanning it. And said, oh no, the mud looks normal. I don't understand, which is the most common thing to come out this doctor's mouth. I don't understand. I know you don't understand. You're Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who. You don't understand anything, right? So they split up. Ryan and Graham have to delay the king going out to do witch hunting and killing everybody. Hello! And he does by flirting with him and said, this is my protector, Alfonso. Oh, maybe we should all get together and talk and play. Oh, have you ever played a game of Find the Sausage? And so it's like, we got to get out there now and start getting all the witches. I'm one of the world's foremost expert on witches, right? And then he picks up this jewel and puts it on Ryan. And says, I've got my eye on you. It's so camp. It's so ridiculously camp, right? It's as camp as a bloody row of tents. It's as camp as bloody Butlins. It's the campest thing I've ever. I mean, look at this. This is what they decided to go with, right? For some reason, because that was a good idea. And he's like, that's his witch prodder, right? If you prod a witch, prick a witch, and she doesn't bleed, prick someone who doesn't bleed, they're a witch. But if you prick them and they bleed, they're just people, right? So he goes through his tools of witch finding, gives Graham a witchfinder hat because he's a witchfinder general, right? And so they keep finding ways of slowing them down to stop them going off. And Ryan's like, tell me more about the body parts and the torture things you got. Yeah. He's like, you do tempt me, sir. And they managed to slow him down a little bit. Then Graham has the idea of saying, we got to make a list of everybody. And then the Misty's like, no, I know everybody. So meanwhile, they go back and meet the scared again. It's very Handmaid's Tale, right? Going off all through this episode. This is all Joy Wilkinson's view on sexual politics, is my belief, right? Yes, is terrified of being pricked. Yes, but she does. It's a weird thing. She likes eating carpet, right? Maybe it's something because she just likes cleaning the carpet and she like sucks up the air. But she does like being pricked. That is true. That is very true. Bless her soul. Fine. So it said by nightfall there'll be no more witches in the village. So they meet so you find out that she's like, "Oh, what are you hiding?" They said, "Oh, come inside," and she'll say, and she'll tell the truth. The slides keep going the wrong bloody direction. Right, and she's like, "Oh, my grandmother was actually the healer." Right. So here's the weird thing, right? It's an episode about witch trials, essentially like witch hunts and like tribal group mentality, right? That you're not allowed to break out. This has aged very badly. This was back when you didn't think that your right side of history didn't exclusively deal in this sort of crap, right? You are the monsters that you're painting here, right? And it's incredible the lack of self-awareness. At the time when you're calling all Trump supporters, all Brexiteers, like going, no, it's you're terrified of dealing with anybody who doesn't agree with you. And the reason you're terrified of dealing with anybody who doesn't agree with you, because what you say is full of shit. God's sake. Yeah, look, penises, generally speaking, are little boy things, right? They just generally are. Boys and girls are different, generally speaking. Most people are heterosexual. It's okay if you're not. Just most people are, right? I mean, I don't want to tell you. So yeah, so they talk about witch trials. They oh, they were going to come for us. She knew they were going to come for us. Eventually, once you start with one, you can't start. It always eats you alive, right? And she's just. It was only a matter of time before they came for them because she's the healer. And again, she's talking about the Twitter mobs, right? This is exactly that. The Twitter mobs that say this is the bestest ever. This is you. This is probably why you liked it. But no, they just like it because it makes them feel virtuous, which is all they want in life, right? They just want to feel virtuous without actually doing anything of virtue, right? Which is the weirdest thing. So they're there's a Graham and Becca Savage walk together, and Ryan walks with the king, and what was that? They'll say that they talked about women earlier. Can't remember. It'll come back to me maybe, or maybe not. Right? And she's like, so what? Why are you so? Why is it so important to you to get all the witches? So I got to save the country. Oh yes, I got to do that. And come on, slides. Ah, man. Here. Go to the. There you go. Oh man, it keeps going down. No. Got it. Fine. So now they're back at the back at her place. Yeah, one second. Let me try it this way. Man, again, StreamYard is saying no. I can't do this anymore. No, leave me alone. What the hell? There we see. No, nearly there. No. See, he keeps going backwards. Why? Okay, fine. So this. Oh, jeez, really? Fine. So this is her grandmother's secret drink. And it keeps going back to 36. It's so weird. Yeah, let me just try and get past this whole. Is maybe the files wonky. Oh no! I finally got to slide 43 there. Fine. So she starts scanning. What the hell? Okay. Man, it's just not letting me control it. It just can't stand this. I understand. StreamYard, I understand. You don't want to go forward because it's so awful. Well, we got to. It's just going to happen. Yeah, let me just take this off and we'll start again. Move from studio. Fine. We'll do share, slides. We'll do 1, 42. Yeah. Haven't got past. Fine. So she's fine. This is the first we got. Very good. Fine. So she's scanning and there's nothing weird. She doesn't know. Again, Jodie's doctor. Her default position is not knowing. She doesn't know anything, and she can't work anything out because she is. Look, she's confused. Who would have thought it, right? I mean, just every episode, she's very confused. But again, very lesbian-y vibes you're getting here. Just seeping through the script. She's like, oh, it's very hard being a woman in a man's world, being women. Oh, so hard, women. And she's like, okay, well, let's go get some of the mud. I'm going to take this thing and get it in there. I guess I'll show you the way. Meanwhile, weird, creepy, closeted, very openly gay. Like, I mean, honestly, he's gayer than Liberace. It is ridiculous. He is the gayest gay person I've ever seen. So Ryan's like saying, so what? Why are you so? Why do you find it so hard to trust people? Said, oh, I had bad relations with my parents. Says, oh, me too. My dad left, and my mum died. And it's like, oh, really? My dad was murdered by my mother. And then then she was executed as a traitor. I was raised by different prince regents. All three of them died. One from what was it? One from I can't remember, disease. One from battle, and one from probably in suspicious circumstances. Blue Bonnet mentions Twitter. Twitter is filled with such non-virtuous people. It isn't funny. They think they are, but some of the vilest creatures of humanity. They are, and that's why they don't want Elon Musk buying Twitter. I went over some comic book writers, comic book pros response to Elon Musk buying Twitter. This is huge. That's going to change the world. That's going to completely change the world, and that's why you're going to see a lot of legislation against social media, right? It's going to be genuinely freedom of speech and not hate speech. So we got strange times coming. So anyway, he talks about what's going on with him, and he's like, I said, that sounds pretty bad. And I said, yes, maybe we should take all our clothes off and rub ourselves together. Yes. Telly, do you like the name Hershey Highway? I think we should exploit that. Meanwhile, the doctor goes and gets mud. Icky thump. Mud, the only thing thicker than me. A bit of mud. And she said, oh no, it's normal. Everything I've read, I've scanned it. It's just everything is normal. Nothing weird about it at all. And then it starts jumping about. Like, well, what uses your sonic screwdriver other than it looks a lot like a sex toy? And really, maybe they should have gone with something a little bit different. I don't know. So then she's like, look at, it can't be, it's impossible, I don't understand. And then they go, OMG. And then as she keeps talking to the mud, saying, are you many? Are you what, a group entity? And she doesn't understand what she's saying, and it's so clear. She's not a good enough actress to sell it, right? She doesn't understand the lines. But over there is the granny has come back to life, much like a witch would. I don't understand. Of course you don't understand. You're Jodie bloody Whittaker, right? You don't understand anything. The granny isn't speaking here, which is weird because later you find out they can all talk. And she's like, are there lots of you or is there one of you? Tell me. God, look at her. Really? Why? Why does she think this is not a bad idea? And they don't talk, but she does. And then she wants a bit of mud. She's like, and she's clearly in pain for it, right? And he's like, well, I'm not going to let you have it unless you tell me, unless you're torturing the thing, right? And then eventually he goes, okay, fine, I'll let you have it. So she eats it. Blah. He says, well, that's weird. And then she wants to know, and it turns out there's lots of them. Meanwhile, Ryan and the King's party, right? Where was I? I skipped a bit. Fine. Oh yeah. So I think they hear screams of the because they're about to attack, and they arrive, right? They just kind of happen on them. Ye gads! He's like, oh man, these are real monsters, but they kind of think they're real. They always thought they were real. And she's like, is it you? Are you one of them? He says, no, they want to kill me too. And Alfonso, you must shoot it. And he's like, yes, sire. And she like goes, blah, 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 and hits them with this beam thing, and they all knock over. And she's like, I've killed another person. She's like, no, Alfonso, don't shoot. But no, she fails to save another person's life because she's Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who. And it's weird. The king now kind of acts like his gay lover's been killed, right? Not like his protector, but gay lover. And they go, run away! And they realize they're not following them. And so Ryan says, I'm going to go check them. But no, Ryan, not you. You better stay with me. But Ryan goes back anyway. So what's going on? So she's trying to work out what's going on. Is this an alien mud invasion, or is this the biggest witch hunt ever? Like, it can't make sense that they're both in. Wait, you're the link between the two. You're the thing that puts them all together. What's it got to, what are you hiding, right? And he's like, well, that sounds like a interesting question. But then she goes, no. So it says no. The only what's going on right now is this started when you showed up. No, it didn't. It said you're the witch. Oh, if you thought this only started happening when you showed up. Like, no, you can't. I mean, she's so dumb. How did you not think this was going to happen? Right? How did you not think this was going to happen? So then she has this. Oh God! Right? She says she showed up. She's waved around a magic wand. She brought people back from the dead. Like, well, that all happened, right? That all happened. And then she has a rant and said, honestly, if I was still a bloke, I could just get on with it without having to explain myself. No. Here's the thing. Jodie Wilkinson thinks men don't have to explain themselves what women do, right? Burn, Jodie, says them. I will say that doctor. But they think men don't have to explain themselves. No, men often have a need for, women often too, right? But men often are more logic and reason motivated, and women often more emotionally motivated. And that's just a truism. That's not saying one is better than the other. I'm not saying that's a universal truth. That's saying that's what the generalities are. And there's a generality that you're proving over here, right? Because if you really believe that Sylvester McCoy can have acted out that script and not been asked, what the hell are you doing, you crazy loser, right? Yes, he would have to explain himself, right? It's got nothing to do with sex. She'll be an incompetent moron with a penis. It makes no difference. She's having to explain herself because she's an idiot, as is Jodie Wilkinson, right? Clearly. So the granddaughter says, "What do you feel safer with, us or them?" It's like, "Oh no, don't make her choose sides." Says, "No, you must choose sides. Don't you feel safe with your king and your regent or whatever?" And says, "Oh well, I guess it was a bit weird that oh man, this is frozen now. It was a bit weird that when she came back from the dead." Said, "Oh, really, Ecky Thump? Yeah, I think so." So they threatened to poke her, I guess. She said, "Oh, arrest her! No, you can't arrest me." And why do you think you weren't going to be arrested? Right? Why did you think you weren't? I mean, like, how did you think this series of events wouldn't play out this way? Which is how on earth did you possibly think that? I mean, again, you jumped into the water to rescue somebody being drowned as a witch, right? And then you failed to do that, and then you brought a lot of attention on you. So you were completely ineffectual and stupid, right? All at the same time. Did absolutely nothing of any value whatsoever. And then you insert yourself in the situation, not knowing what you're doing. Got contradicted by King James. It just like you were just a dummy all the way through. Meanwhile, Graham's around and he says something smart, unlike the doctor. He says, "Oh, look, the holly berries, but no holly tree. I wonder where it is." So the doctor's tied up, as she has been more than once in a tenure, and generally speaking, useless, right? Just generally speaking, useless. He asks her about his witchy secrets. He's like, "I will have every secret from you, a witch, so we can fight your kind." And she's like, "No, don't be that. No, it's all because you felt bad about your mother, right? You didn't go see her before she was executed." And it's like, what? I said, "No, show me how this wand works." She's like, "Well, why do you want to know, right? Like, because I want to know all the secrets, right?" Then she gets this stupid. She's like really dumb. She says, "True knowledge has to be earned, right? True knowledge." Again, this is from a writer and a character and an actor who hasn't earned anything, right? She is living on other people's coattails, right? Hasn't earned a damn thing. So it's just really, again, the lack of be of self what's the word, awareness, right? It's breathtaking, right? She says, you just hide. He said, yeah, isn't it convenient? You just hide behind your title as king so you can say whatever you want to say is right. Says, well, don't you do the same as, doctor? Meanwhile, the gang find the mud people. And then she talks about, you're just like scapegoating people, right? And what's it saying is the thing? I don't know. Oh God, let me move forward. Right? No. It's happening again. Okay. Again, look at it. Like, these are her acting choices. Here's the thing. Jodie Whittaker knows she's small and vulnerable. She knows she's not powerful, and I don't think she's a good enough actress to exude power, right? And this is why it just seems phony, right? Because she can't do it. She just can't do it, right? So he tries to talk around, and she thinks she's having like a big doctor speech, like Capaldi's anti-war speech. Like, she thinks that's really happening, but she's just babbling nonsense badly because she's a terrible actress, right? And he talks about his life, says, no, don't do this, you don't want to do this, and he like shows this weird intimate knowledge of his life, which I don't think is probably helping the weather time any, is it? She doesn't think about that because she's a stupid doctor, right? And she nearly thinks she talked him around, but he says, no, take a knee, dunked, right? It's time for the dunking. Meanwhile, they followed the mud people back to the house, and they're looking for was it Rebecca Savage, right? And they've stolen her axe now and gone to look for her, and they don't know what's going on. When you actually find out what it is, it makes zero sense, right? It really makes very zero sense. I only just thought about it because I've only just finished watching this today. So anyway, so she's taken to be dunked, and they said, I don't know, just being awful as always. Saying, well, let's get this over with then. Says, I know something's going on. God, look at her. Like, I know something's going on. I know you're hiding something, but we'll find out. It'll all come out, right? He says that. Oh yeah, she says she's doing the classic council culture thing. She's just pointing a finger at me to take suspicion off herself, right? That's all you. How many times have I actually seen that in cancel culture, right? In Doctor fans of this Doctor, I'll do a bit more sneering. That'll be good. Sneering, then condescending. Sneering, condescending. Sneering, yeah, well, sneering, condescending. Sneering, condescending. The two speeds of Jodie. And then when she touches the log, it goes boo, and it goes. I said, "Well, why did that happen? What are you hiding, right? What are you hiding?" So they put her in the dunking store and says, "Do you know why a dunking store was invented?" Right? It says because of to stop foolish women talking. Actually, a little bit more. You know why a dunking store was invented? Because there had to be a legal process for murdering women, where there didn't really have to be one for murdering men. Right? You could. Because men were supposed to defend themselves, right? But this was the only legal way of murdering women, was to come up with some pretense. Why? Because women were treated in an elevated capacity in certain ways, right? Women today have created mansplaining, says Blue Bonnet, because most of them are too thick to understand that is coming from a woman. Yeah. Here's the thing. Stupid women have made women look very bad. It's so true. Like why isn't Blue Bonnet the template go to for when you think of women? No, he should be, right. Like, wouldn't that be great? But no. We think of these morons now because they just got the loudest voices, and they just never ever shut up. They never ever stop. I even have to be a woman's slave all the time to these morons today. I understand that, and The reason they're so stupid is because they have no ability to put any work into anything. That was robbed from them at kindergarten when they were given what's the name, participation trophies. Right? That's 100% why. It's this is this. You know, he said this is probably going to be a bad idea. Yeah, it was a bad idea. So they're ready to dunk the doctor, and she's like, "Oh, icky thump." All of this is Joy Wilkerson, idiotic, self-congratulatory view of the world, hating traditional values and fourth wave and loving fourth wave feminism. Right? She is that she preaches against. Right? Some tensions as she like looks at the king, said, "No, you can convince me not to dunk him," but she's a dunk. Said, "Yay, dunker, yeah," and I'm like, "Yeah, do it." And you see, looks at his eyes. Said, "Can we dunk her, Lord? Can we dunk her?" Okay? And he's like, "Yes, dunk her." And then she starts weeping black. Right? That's never a good sign when you start crying black. And it's like, "Oh, it's like, I knew I was right," which is all they ever want to say is, "I knew I was right." That's the only thing they ever want to say. And she gets dunked. And again, I think most doctors, this wouldn't be a big deal to, right? She's dunked. Then Graham does that, like, "I'm the Witchfinder General. Get her out. Get her up right now." And he's like, eventually King James says, "It's okay, get her up." Said, "No, she's not done yet." "No, I think she's done. I think the trial's over. Look, I may not get a blowjob from Ryan over here if I kill his friend. So let's get her back up. So hopefully he'll get it up. Can we get her up? So he'll get it up." That's what we're saying. Get it up. Hopefully my ass. That's basically what I'm looking for. And he comes back, and the doctor has vanished, kind of proving she's a witch. Really, once again, says, "Hey, look at me! I'm so funny, me. Oh, icky thump. I'm so funny." She walks up on the bank, again proving that she's a witch. But she says, "Hey, I'm not a witch, even though I look exactly like one because the stupid thing I did. I'm just good at holding my breath and breaking out. I learned that from a wet weekend with Houdini." And she has a bit of a glow because she's just awful. And then was it the mud people show up at some point, don't they? Yeah. And it's like, "Whoa, something weird is happening with you." The mud people show up and they want her, and they look like they want to kill her, right? And was it? And the king's like, "Ye gads, these are witches! No!" And he said, "Don't be stupid. They're not witches. These are alien mud that's infested the dead people." Okay. I mean, why? Because, everything's based in his religious values, right? And so any religious value is bad. Because again, Joey Wilkerson is, I think, a particularly hateful person, right? Strikes me as that. A dislike of the unlight, right? Definite dislike of the unlight. And they're like, "No, you can't come." Says, "No," and then now they're talking, even though they couldn't talk before. Says, so this all started when she cut down a tree, right? She cut down her favorite tree so she could see it was obscuring her view of the hill. So she cut the tree down herself. Didn't send a workman to it. No, she cut it down herself because that made sense. And then she got splattered with this. The tendril came out and it got her, and she didn't realize it. She woke up and she started having like these splotches on her, and she's like, "The devil's got me! Oh, the devil's got me! Oh, I don't know what to do. The devil's got me." So that's why I started doing my witch hunt, because we got to burn it out. Got to get it out. I tried so hard. I fought it, but he's like, "But no, it's you. You're the witch then." And she's like, "Yes, it's me. I confess." And the person she had to put to death, she wanted to cut a leg off, but she wouldn't do it. That's why she had a dunked. Said, "You're the witch." She said, "Yes, I admit I'm the witch. I admit it." Now, keep in mind, there was people who wanted to kill her for some reason. We still don't know why. And now she goes full alien baddie. For some reason, the evil mud hadn't taken over her, it took over other people. And she's like the queen of the mud people now. And they're bad guys, right? They're an alien army that was trapped here on Earth, imprisoned here. And she's like, but how? I don't understand. Dude, it's obviously under the tree how they got out. Like, they were probably in prison under the tree. And when it cut down, they came out, obviously. Right? And then they go, Lisa burst, and everybody wakes up. And they're like, oh, they've gone. I don't know why they did that, right? And did they? We don't know if they're taking the king or not because they don't tell us. But I think they did, right? So then Jodie's like, oh, that tree was never a tree. This dunking stool, which was made out of that tree, which he had no idea about up until now, is actually got is an ancient prison, right? It's a technology holding it in place. These are evil army called the Morax, right? And they got to fight the Morax. So then she says, oh, we got to chop it up, right? What? That's the alien prison. That'd be a bad idea to chop up. Yes, that will be. So it sounds like a Jodie idea. No, we need to chop up because now we have anti-Morax weapons. Like this green fire is bad for them, apparently. Burning the thing that held them is scary for them. For why? Reasons. Everybody loves a bit of reasons. So then she says, oh, I'm sorry I betrayed you. I want to come with you. You need me to show you the way. And now Graham's giving her the Witchfinder hat because she's just the bestest ever, right? That's who she is. Mrs. Bestest ever, right? Meanwhile, King James is caught with the aliens, the alien mud people, and they want to fill him with mud. Now, I get the feeling he kind of likes the idea of being filled up with mud, right? I think that he kind of really will quite enjoy that, right? And then this big tendril comes out and says, oh no, where are you going to put that? Oh, and he's like, my faith will protect me. So I might be fair, but I still have my faith. And then comes up and says, no, faith is useless. We're here, the Witchfinder people. We're going to get it. And they wave the flames at things, and they all run away, essentially, I think. And then she taunts him a little bit more tendril, going tendrily. And the doctor does something, and they all start to die, I think. I said, oh, they're all going down. And then, I don't even know. What's it? Next slide. I mean, the ending is, they always rush the endings, right? I mean, the actual adventure, that's always in the last 7 minutes, right? So then the king shows up and he burns the witch, and they're like, oh, you didn't need to do that. He's like, oh, I did. She was a witch, and she's all mad at him for she would have done the same thing. Okay, I just it's none of this makes sense. So then they go and they leave, and thank God it's nearly over. Oh. And the king is upset that she's not talking to him. I'll be ecstatic, right? I'll be absolutely ecstatic. But okay, he's not talking to him. And then he tries to convince Ryan to stay, I think. Said, here, you can come into London and be my protector. Said, oh, no, I'd like to, but, I got to get in this little closet. Oh, you look good, though. And he puts the eye thing and puts it on him. Said, hello, I'm the gayest character in Doctor Who ever, including whatever that podcast is called. And then, so these two are left at the end. Doctor's a bit smug, and they all go, and the men is confused. And it's just awful. But again, these stories don't hang together. These stories always fall apart, and they always fall apart because they're not primarily stories. These are expressions of the writer's worldview, which is based on bigotry and hatred, right? She hates religion. She hates men. She hates anything traditional. She hates. She thinks is evil. I'm sorry, darling. The world is better with a more traditionalist view. I mean, whether you believe in God or not, like the world was a better place. The world was a better place in the 1950s than it is now, right? And I'm sorry, that's just, I believe that to be. I think more people had a higher quality of living in the 1950s than now. And 1960s, maybe. I guess that's the way I think it is, because, your bonkers worldview doesn't work. How do we know that? Look out the window. Look out the window, and you'll see the results of your bonkers worldview given complete control, right? Which is why I think the good Lord gave you guys complete control, to show you what insane failures your worldview is. Fine. With that, I'm a bit peckish. It's time for dinner for me. Please share this stream. Subscribe to the channel. That'd be fantastic. I'm back on my regular channel in a week. If you're on Rumble, hit the Rumble button. Subscribe at Rumble. Rumble's so much better. And really, I would just love to see YouTube be destroyed and then go over to Rumble. It would all go over to Rumble, and the world would be a much better place. But I do not have control of the things. But with that, I'm going to hit the end broadcast button.